Good afternoon and welcome back to the channel, and we are back here in Kalamaki, although we're nearly in Zante Town.
Yeah, we're right down the other side of the road.
Yeah, so today in this episode we're going to do another little walk around Kalamaki, but we're going to see what's new in 2025. This is September 2025, so we're getting towards the end of the season. So the time this comes out, the season might be over, so you can just watch it and pretend you're on holiday and enjoying the sun and the warmth while we're in the cold of the autumn and winter at home.
Yeah.
We're going to cover like a few little different areas that we've never really covered before. We'll go down the main strip again, but we're on the road that's leading to Zante Town, so we're not too far from Melon's taverna. So we'll cover this little road a bit. We'll show you what's down here. There's not loads. We'll take a right down the strip. We'll probably head towards the airport cafe. We'll go past Macedonia where we stayed last time, and then we'll cut up the back way and we'll show you like some of the hotels and stuff around there, because we haven't covered that kind of area. We'll head towards D&B's. We'll kind of show you around that area and like where Costas is and all that kind of thing. So we'll get cracking. Yeah, let's get down the street.
Let's go for a little walk.
Let's see what's new. Oh,
it's very, very hot today. It's boiling.
It's about 30 odd degrees I think today. It's absolutely scorching. Right, let's go for a walk around Kalamaki again.
Go far.
Let's go. Okay, so this is 8 Keys by Katarina. So this is where we're staying. It is very basic. So this is the road now down into Kalamaki. So if you go that way, that is Zante Town. So there's a few places up there. You've got Dollars apartments up there, but we're going to head down this way past Melon's. So just as we're walking down and the series kind of gets off to a start, I just want to mention we are not being paid by any establishments in Kalamaki to feature them. So wherever we feature, that's on our back. We have had some unsavoury comments in the past saying, oh, you've been paid by this shop or this restaurant to feature them. That is not the case. Only money we get is off YouTube, and that's Google AdSense. Anything we say or do, it's all our opinions, so don't have a go at it. It's our opinion, it's our experience, because we did get some really nasty comments when we were in Crete. So we just want to point out, if we have a bad meal, that's our experience, it's not everybody's. So we just kind of want to make that clear. So now we've got that out of the way, we are at Melon's, and we did eat here last May. If you want to see a review of that place, check that video out from last year. I'll leave links to these videos, but it's lovely in there. It was really nice food, and it's been here since 1985 I believe, but it is closed on a Sunday, and that's with the new laws here in Greece. It's like a family day, everybody's got to have now, I think. This road leads down to Zante Holidays Hotel, which is where we stayed a few years ago. And you've also got Two Brothers. Diaz will be right at the bottom of that road. And there's a place called Elena as well, which is actually we're staying there for one night when we come back to Kalamaki after we've stayed in Argasi. So we're just walking along the road. It is a little bit dangerous, this road, especially at night time, because it's not very well lit and it does get quite busy. So just be careful if you are walking down this road. Not sure what this little place is, but we passed it a few times in the last few days and it looks really nice, really kind of like rustic. So there's a sign for Anthony's, which is literally straight down the road. So the next place we've got is Rainbow. We did actually stay here in 2019. It wasn't the best, to be fair. It's closed now. I think the taverna part of it is still open. And just speaking with Claude, he said they use it for the staff now, so people working here in Kalamaki, I think they're staying there, and it was quite run down. There was like plug sockets hanging off the wall and it just wasn't the best. But we did also hear that it was getting refurbished, I think last year when we were here, but I don't know, I think it's just being used for like a staff quarter basically. So next to Rainbow you've got the Nikon Boutique Hotel, and there's a little shop and a little kind of coffee house. You can get beers and stuff in there as well. I think that's joined onto the shop. And then if you go up left here is the road up to Cotton Club. So we did intend going up there yesterday, but it's only open from 6 till I think 12, which I find bizarre because there's a pool up there. And who wants to kind of like get ready to go out and use a pool up there and have a meal? I don't know, just found it a bit strange. But it was our wedding anniversary, so we did want to go and just have a nice day up there and like treat ourselves a bit, but it wasn't open. So there's just some old abandoned properties here as well. This place looks okay, maybe it's a little bit, Jackie was saying she thought it looked a little bit run down, but I don't think it looks too bad. That's Aelos Boutique Hotel. We popped in there for just a glass of Prosecco yesterday again because it was our anniversary. I just fancied a glass of Prosecco all day yesterday. I don't know what it was. That was nice in there. Decent pool area, but you've got to pay €10 to use the pool there. And then the next place you'll hit is Daisy. So again, you can use the pool and everything there. Looks all right. We walked past here last night, so it's open all day. Show the sports as well. Do food. That's just down this little street here. Me and Jackie have got one eye on this little place. Yeah, we think we'll be canny just for a nice little bar. So I don't know what this property used to be, but it would be great just to have just a little bar in here, buy the property and just do it out inside. If only we had the money. Stupendo. We actually ate in here last night, so there is a review of that to come. And this is Vicky's Garden. We actually spent the day here yesterday and we had a lovely day here. It was really nice. Lovely pool bar, great pool. Just a really nice relaxed atmosphere in there, so we highly recommend going in there. So you're looking at, I think it was €5 for a large mythos, it was $4.50 for a small, and we just got like cheese toasties which were about €4, got some chips with it, and we just had about 3 beers. I think we paid about $42.50 for the whole thing yesterday. So you can use the pools, you can use any of the pools as long as you're kind of buying food and drink from them. There's not a problem here. If you want to just do a pool crawl through the day, well, I've actually talked about doing that. You can just go and use anyone's pools. So this is Tony's, where you can rent your quads and your bikes and scooters. We've used this before just to get push bikes to go to Zante Town. Usually they're quite reasonable. How much was it there, Jack? Was it €10 a few years ago? So we're now hitting the roundabout, which if you head straight down is the old beach road. We'll probably not cover it on this video, but we are planning to do a video on like all the bars and restaurants down there. So we'll cover a couple of the cocktail bars. We'll try and cover them all. We'll do a video on that. We'll probably eat down there as well. We're going to try and get the cave bar because we've never been to cave bar yet. It's always closed when we come in May. So that's just kind of up the hill here. Right, we're on the main strip now. We're going to walk up here. We'll show you what's new in 2025. Again, like I said before, it's the end of the season. Things might change again by 2026, but let's have a look. Let's see what's still here, because this is the first time we've actually been up the strip since we've come back. So here we have a little travel place, doing all your different trips, so Mizzy trays, private trips, boat rentals. Then across the street, there's another one just here. We've got Sweet and Salty and Divas, which is just like a little, want to get your nails done or a manicure or whatever. And then we've got all this abandoned, looks like what used to be like a little shopping centre. So I don't know what happened to that. I don't know if they just ran out of money or because it doesn't look as if it's been fully built. But there has obviously been places here. It's a Panorama restaurant, which is just derelict now. So across the street is the supermarket. That's good to see that's still there because they were a lovely family that owned that. Had a lovely dog. And the next place is the world famous Melon bar, which is one of our local establishments. So just to give everybody a little bit of an update on Claude, many of you may be aware that he hasn't been too well this year, which is one of the reasons we've come back. I think I keep getting conflicting things, that he's had an aneurysm or a bit of a stroke, so he had to go to the mainland and he was in a hospital there. So we've said for years he works too hard, he drinks too much. He just keeps going and going and going. He's obviously been told to slow down. He hasn't been drinking. I don't think he's touched a drink for about 3 months. And he's been really good when we've been here. He hasn't been touching a drop of alcohol. And the temptation must be there as well, but bless him, he's doing well anyway. So I'm sure everybody's been sending him well wishes and he really appreciates that. But he's not open much through the day as much now. I don't think he's serving food through the day. He's only kind of opening at night time, like later afternoon and night time. So he's not open in the morning. And like I say, I don't think he's serving the food until later in the day. That's a bit of a shame, but you know, he's got to look after himself. So the prices are still really good at Claude's. It's about €3 for a beer. And there you see they're doing cocktails for €5. So that's pretty good. And that's 1 till 7, so that's quite a long happy hour. I thought that was Claude coming up there. Right, let's continue on. Who's this under the tree? Catching some shade? So next up is Sophia's. So this is just like a little complex. She's got a supermarket, she's got a bar, and there's apartments there as well. There's a little cut down here to the left, so we're kind of going to go around and probably end up back in this kind of area. Is where Costas pool bar is. So that's meant to be quite decent there. We might actually stop and have a drink there and maybe have a little bit of time on the pool. But this is Sophia's, it's looking quite busy there. We've never been to Kalamaki when it's been this busy, because we always come usually at the start of the season, but it's nice to see places are getting really busy and full up. Again, here we've got cocktails, €5. So that's from 8 till 9 o'clock. So that's Sophia's chill bar there. Hello. There's a nice little cut up here as well. So we came up this way last night, so you can cut up to Daisy's apartments and it cuts off that corner, so it did save a bit of time. Yeah, it must have cut a good 5 minutes off our walk back, because it probably takes about 10 minutes to get back to our apartments from the bottom of the main street there. Next, you've got the travel place Pelagos, nice looking building that. And then you have Daphne's, we ate there last time again. We'll have a review of that from last year. That was really nice. I think it's Claude's cousin, I think he said owns that as well, so that's interesting. But that's a lovely little place, it looks lovely, and the food was really nice in there as well. So up the back, you've got Maria's apartments, and we're going to hit our first new place, which is the beer house. So we have actually been in here, lovely owners again. It's opposite Bliss Salon and Spa, and it's all kind of craft beers and stuff in there, so it's really nice. And I'm just currently stood outside of Coffee Time, which is just a little coffee house. So there's another beauty spa if you don't want to get your hair cut or something when you're here. Looks like they do wedding packages as well there. There's a list of things to do. Beer house here was Atlas last year. There was nobody in the other night, which is a shame. We're asking how the business is going. We're saying it's not great because they've got to source all their beer from the mainland. It is lovely, it's a lovely property inside. It's definitely worth a visit if you like your Belgian beers or German beers, whatever. And we had a local beer in there from the Zante Brewery and it was really nice. So there's Tassie's. We ate in there last time as well, that was quite nice. Then we've got a leather shop, Pandora's and Friends Bar. And we did pop into Friends Bar last time as well. So there's usually a bit of a gap here. So it's just kind of big field, and I think people seem to get the venue bar and think the strip ends there, which people neglect the old roads, and then you've got obviously clothes right at the top. But yeah, it just looks like everything comes to a close. So this is obviously venue bar. This is pretty much Kalamaki's only late night establishment. So they do have like live acts on in here. They do karaoke, I think, from 12 till 2. Obviously you've got Lee, who works in here, who's canny. So nice to see Lee in there again. So then we've got Heaven's Kitchen, which is right next door to Venue Bar. I think they've changed their signage because I thought it was a new restaurant there, but hello.
Hello.
You all right? So yeah, I think they've just changed the signage there in Heaven's Kitchen. So then across from there, there's Milo's. There's another rental place, and then there's a shop here selling kind of shorts, t-shirts, football strips, just like all your holiday stuff in case you leave anything at home. We have a little supermarket, low-cost supermarket, Meow Bites and Spirits, and you can get your newspapers and stuff there. And then Meow Bites and Spirits, just looks like a little coffee house, which looks lovely. One of our favourite places is Ellie's. We do probably plan on eating here again sometime because it is lovely, and Ellie is really nice. Hello. There's another little rental place there, Zante 69. Another place doing t-shirts. And then this is a new place as well, Pom. So this is meant to be lovely. Just from some of the stuff we've been putting on Facebook, we've had about 3 people recommend this place. And Jackie did read about it before we came out and said it's meant to be really nice, so we're going to try and give this a try. So I think it's all potato stuff in Pom. So somebody sent a picture of their food. They do like loaded fries and stuff, and it's meant to be lovely. And he was saying, like, honestly, you'll come out and you'll be absolutely busting. Yeah, we'll have a quick look and see what's on the menu over here. So that's a lovely looking place. The owner's just come out and just asked what we do, like on YouTube or whatever. Seems like a really, really friendly guy. Inviting me to go and eat there, which we do intend to do so we will post a review. He's asked us if we'll do a video on there actually, so we will do a little video on there. And it was on our list of places to go anyway, but yeah, really, really nice. Lovely little building. I thought it might have been a bit bigger than it was, but it's lovely. It looks really, really nice in there, but we do intend to try that. After Pom, you have the Shisha Bar, which is still here. There's a little medical centre. Hello. There's a little place here next to the medical centre. There's Escobar, which we have been in there last time. That just opened last year. And then you have another travel place, the Parthenon. And then we have Ambrosia, which we did eat here quite a few years ago now. That was all right. And then you've got Shamrock. There's live music and I think they do karaoke in there as well, don't they, Jenny? Yeah. It looks like they've got some kind of icon show on at the moment on a Monday. But yeah, we do the karaoke in here. Crazy party night. And it was quite crazy when we were in there that time. This is our favourite bakery here in Kalamaki. So we love this place, this bakery, like the food and stuff in here is lovely. So we've had nothing to eat this morning, so I think we might go and get a little pastry or a tea or coffee or even a smoothie or something like that. We'll show you what it's like in here because it is really nice. They do nice sandwiches. We've gotten sandwiches for the plane before when we've been flying home. We just come in here, you can take them out and stuff. But yeah, all that like pastry and stuff is beautiful in here. So let's go into the bakery. Okay, so we have got two smoothies. I've gone for strawberry and banana. And Jacqueline, what did you? I have gone for a tropical sunset. So it's got pineapple, passion fruit, and a mango. Looks good. Give it a try. Ooh, that's really nice. It's very mangoey. That's beautiful. It's nice and cold as well because it's really hot today. Really, really nice. Dead fresh. Lovely. Okay, so I've gone with strawberry and banana. Let's see what this is like. Obviously made fresh. Yeah, you can tell make proper, use proper fruit for it. Taste the strawberry, very banana, really good. We have a tuna baguette. The baguette looks really nice and fresh. I've got cucumber, onion, and tuna, obviously tuna mayonnaise. So let's give this a try. It's very soft. Freshly made. Oh, that is beautiful. Tuna tastes like really fresh. The bread's light and fluffy. It's just lovely. Very, very nice. So only on a couple of bites, it's a Jackie 5-star. Okay, so we've just passed Greek Stories there. That's meant to be a nice restaurant. I've heard a lot of people say it's meant to be quite decent in there. Down from the Bullhorn, if you go down the road, is the Athena Apartments. We've just had a look there and it looks really nice, really quiet around the pool, really relaxing. So that looks like a nice place. And then one of the bigger hotels here in Kalamaki is the Cronulla across the road. They've got a lovely big pool in there. And again, they've got a lovely bar that joins onto it. I think that's another place you can go and watch the sports and stuff in there. And then directly across from there you've got Artigiano, which looks like a bit of an Italian kind of place. And then next door to that is Sweet Sins, which is another one of these shisha bars. It's still here. So directly across the road from Cronulla is this place called Zakynthos, and I think the 2 or 3 times we've covered this place, we've walked past it and we've never actually mentioned it, but it always looks really, really nice, especially at night time when it's all lit up. But it's set down in the gardens, it's a beautiful area, it looks really nice, and I think the food's meant to be pretty good there as well. And this is one of the places that's been on our list to try when we're here, because we've never been in here before. But yeah, it looks really nice. Across from there is, again, part of the Cronulla. So there's a place there to snack bar, sports bar, quite a big bar, seems quite popular, a lot of people do stay there. And then you've got corner 45, again another place to watch the football. You're here during the season as a bus goes down. And then this road here leads to the Iguana Bar and Dennis Apartments. I think I looked at that Dennis apartment when we're looking to book here. But yeah, there's corner 45, Sizzle and Grill, and Buonamici across the road. That's really nice, Buonamici, if you fancy an Italians. Sybil's Shopping Centre and a hot jockey. Remedy Cocktail Bar still here. I think that only opened, was that last year it opened or the year before? So that one's relatively new. Serving tapas in there as well now. We do have a review of Buonamici from last May. It was really nice in there, wasn't it, Jacqueline?
Yes, that was nice.
That was lovely there. Had a lovely meal in there, and the family were lovely as well, weren't they?
Yeah, really nice.
So then if you cut up this road, well, you can't in a car because it's no entry, but if you go past corner 45 and turn left, that takes you back to the airport. And you've also got Diaz up there as well, Red Tail Cocktail Bar. And then you've got Vintage here. This is another place where I haven't actually been before. So let us know if you've been before, let us know in the comments if it's a place you've been. Let us know what it's like. So across from that is Oasis Cocktail Bar, that's quite nice. We've been in there a few times. A few more travel places, car rental, another medical centre, should you unfortunately fall ill on holiday. And we've got the sign there saying 34 degrees. I know those things aren't always accurate, and it does feel like 34 degrees. We've got a supermarket here. I'm not sure if I've ever seen that. I can't remember seeing it before. It might have been something else. So let us know, because the sign, I don't recognise the sign at all. So then we've got Olive Tree. We've eaten in there. We've always tended in the past, we've always seemed to like been deviated there the first night. But we didn't go last year. And then across the street is a new place called the Vine Bar. A new one this year, I think that's a new addition. I can't think of what that used to be. So next to Olive Tree you've got another travel place, Mythos, and then you've got the Black Pearl pub, which we covered that last time as well. That was alright in there. And then next to the Black Pearl you've got the Maharaja. Never eaten in there, never eaten in there. Just never seem to fancy Indians or Chinese that much on holiday. I always like the Greek food when we come to Greece. Hello. And then there's another travel place here, so you can get a trip over to Kefalonia, rent a motorboat. And then this place, All Day, can't remember seeing this one before, so this must be new as well. But this looks really nice inside. So there's a bit of a play area in there for the kids as well. You've got kids. Across the street is the family restaurant. Then you've got a little tourist shop there as well. Another souvenir shop and Zorba's. And then if you want to have a bit of a Greek night, you've got Pandasia, which is set down. It's a lovely setting there as well. Eaten in there before. Again, I've reviewed that place. Never eaten in Zorba's before, but we do know people that go there quite a lot. And then next to that you've got Munchies, which is another kind of little takeaway place, I think. Street food in it, you can actually sit in as well. It's a grill house. And here's the Caretta Park hotel complex. I think it's all inclusive there. Don't know if that's open or not. Doesn't look like there's anybody on the slides there. And then across from that you've got Why Not Bar, which we covered last time. There's another travel place, and here's the Caretta Park. So just after Pandasia and the Caretta Fun Park, you've got another rental place here. They're doing tours, Serenity. There's another supermarket there and a tourist shop across the street. I can't actually remember seeing that one before. I'm not sure if that one's a new one. So there's not as much up this end now. Once you get past the Caretta fun place, you've got a cocktail bar, Palomas, you've got the tourist shop there across the street, and then the supermarket, and then basically you're starting to head towards Zakynthos. So after that you've got the airport cafe, which is opposite the turn off down to the Macedonia hotel and the Golden Sun. That's pretty much the main street here in Kalamaki. So basically right at the end of the road, as if you're heading down towards Zakynthos, is the airport cafe. So they're meant to do really good breakfasts in here, just as the fun train goes past. So we had, I think it was just scrambled egg and stuff last time in there. It was pretty good. You can watch your planes coming in. And then there is another new addition here in Kalamaki, which is just across the road. But it's not a physical place, it's a path. So they've built a path all the way now from Kalamaki right the way along to Zakynthos. I think there's a bit of a cycle path as well, so I don't know if there's been any accidents on that road because people are driving like absolute nutters up that road. People on bikes and cars, and they just fly up that road. So it's probably for the public safety, so it's good that they've put that in now. Okay, so we're cutting down this road. This is where Macedonia and Delight is. So we're going to stop in Delight and let's see if Alex and Giorgio's in here. Okay, so yeah, we just popped in. We just had 2 soft drinks, which came to €6, so €3 each, just a Coke and a Sprite. So just a refreshment there. So this is the Hotel Macedonia. So anybody who watched our last series here in Zante will know this is where we stayed, and we did have a nice stay here actually. So what we're going to do this time is we're going to, opposite the Hotel Macedonia, there's a road. So we're going to cut down there and have a look and show you some of the hotels and stuff down there, because there are quite a few hotels off the main street. So we usually get questions asking where places are and what places are like. So we're going to have a walk down here back towards sort of Costas area, because we're going to kind of have some time there around the pool. We'll have a walk through, we'll show you some of the hotels here, where they're located, and hopefully it'll help you out a little bit. So obviously the Macedonia's here. You've got Louros and Golden Sun down this way, and that's obviously where the beach is. So this is the road we are going to take. So we've just come up this road here. You've got the Caretta Holiday Village, which it doesn't look like it's open because the pool is empty in there. Don't know if you can see that. I've seen people in there, but again, whether that's like where staff are being housed, I don't know, because there's definitely no water in the pool there. Where Paolo's is and Gregory's supermarket, there's a cut down. So that road we've just taken from Macedonia leads to this. So you can see the supermarket's just across the street there. So we'll show you some of the hotels down this way, the apartment blocks, and let's see what's down this way. Where the road curves around here, first place you hit is Amaryllis Hotel. So that looks quite nice. Just seen the pool there as I walk down that road there. Across the street is the Hotel Metaxa, which we haven't heard very good things about that in recent times. I think that one actually popped up somewhere when I was looking. Yeah, the reviews really put us off. I mean, usually we're not too fussy about things like that, but yeah, just decided against it. And the next place is the Bizzarro Grand Hotel, which is opposite the Metaxa. So that looks quite a nice place there. Only hotel guests are allowed in there, according to that. So while Jackie's off to get a bit of shade, so that's where the Metaxa is. This road kind of curls around and comes to a bit of a dead end. So this is the Roseland. I stayed here probably about, oh God, maybe 17, 18 years ago now. It was before I met Jackie. And I had a really nice stay here. It was a really nice place. Nice pool area out the back over here. Reception's just in there, and then all the apartments are kind of over that way. So yeah, I had a lovely stay there. And then here is the Bizzarro Palace. So this looks quite posh. I think it's only for hotel guests are allowed in, but here's just a quick look, just obviously show you where it is. So that looks like a nice apartment block, and that's the Roseland just there. So an apartment block here called Andrea's. Don't think that looks open to me. Looks a bit run down. There's a pretty lady in the bushes.
I'm just following the...
So then there's a bit of a gap in the road where there's not really anything. But the next place you'll come to is Denny's. And there's a restaurant in there called Summer Breeze as well. My sister-in-law stayed here quite a few years ago now, and I think they said it was quite nice. I think we've walked past here before and had a look in, and it did look quite nice actually. Okay, so that's the little road there behind. So that way leads to the beach. So you've got Tassos Villa and apartments just behind here. And then if you go this way, you head towards Iguana Bar. So that's the way we're gonna go. Go boy, go boy. Right, so that road up from Tassos leads you to Iguana. So we have covered Iguana as well in the past. So it's quite nice there to sit on the roof. But we did hear some people saying that they started charging to use the beds on the roof now. I don't know if that's true, because some people have said they do and some people said they don't. So that's interesting to know. So let us know if you've been charged before and what the price is. So yeah, that's Iguana. And then we've got a travel agencies, a little supermarket, and there's a Greek taverna called Escape, which is another place on our list that we're going to try and look to review on this trip. So Escape is one restaurant where we started seeing reviews on the Kalamaki and Zante forums popping up after we'd left last year. And we were like, where the hell is that? Because we couldn't figure it out. We knew it was obviously wasn't on the main street, and we knew it was set back somewhere. Yeah, it's next to Iguana's and it does look lovely there. So the recent reviews are meant to be really good as well. I say, and the food's really nice. This is where Iguana is. Got like this little complex. And then you've got Venus Gardens here, which looks lovely, really, really nice. And this looks like somewhere that would hold weddings and stuff in here. It looks nice and quiet there, nice and spacious there around the pool. So we're just busy walking up this road now. And I think up here is Ionian Blue. So here is the Ionio Blue. Looks like a nice place there as well. Like quite spacious grounds inside. There's a nice pool there, a pool bar. And then this way, we've turned left, Ionia Blue. If you keep going up, you'll start to see the main street again. There's the pool in the Ionia Blue, which looks really nice. Looks pretty relaxed. So over there, what has got Dionysus Studios. There's a few up that road as well. You can see Tina Studios, Dionysus. Looks like a supermarket. That's Athena, so that's basically, well, walk down the street, that's the Athena apartments there. But we're heading this way towards D&B's. So there's D&B's. Just popped in to see Danny there. Cracking ribs if you ever get the chance to go in there, really, really nice. And we've just been talking to some people who watch our videos, and we are now heading up towards Costas. So there's a red building straight ahead of us. There's a pool bar there, so I think we're going to have a rest, have an hour or two around the pool, get in the pool because it's absolutely scorching the day and I can just feel the back of my neck burning. So we're going to stop off there and then we might head to Melon bar after that and have one drink and finish up. Let's get to Costas. So that was Costas. We've had about an hour and a half, 2 hours there, just a bit time to have a little doze off and swim in the pool. It's all right in there actually. It's a bit livelier than Vicky's garden.
Lively, noisy,
yeah.
but
it was all right. Yeah, we had a couple of drinks. So we just had a beer each, a large beer. We've got a soft drink and a large bottle of water, and that come to €16.50. And obviously, well, Sarah Chambers works in there as well. We know her from years ago in Venue Bar, and obviously Lee, who works in Venue as well, so it was nice to see her again. But we're just going to head up to Melon Bar. We're going to finish off there. We're going to have a little gecko on the floor in front of us. We're just going to have a beer there, and then we'll just give it like a little closing gambit. Right, let's get to Melon Bar. Oh, how many jetties out of 5 for Costas?
I will give it a 4.
Oh, yeah. The sunbeds there weren't as comfortable as Vicky's, because they had padded like
it's
things
like
on,
total different.
Yeah, but it was all right. It was nice to cool off. The pool was quite warm because it's absolutely scorching the day.
It's been really hot today.
Yeah.
So we did make it over to Melon Bar, but after chatting with Lee Chambers from Venue for a while, we didn't actually manage to get a finisher film this time. So anyway, that wraps up our walk around Kalamaki. Hopefully you found it helpful and maybe even picked up a few ideas for your next trip. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a like, drop a comment, don't forget to hype it, and hit that subscribe button so you'll catch more content from around Zante. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again in the next episode.